Climbing walls or climbing gyms are a great way to get physically fit, entertain yourself,
Climbing is awesome.
meet friends, and gain new skills. But have you ever been into a climbing gym and wondered, how was that built? Let me tell you and show you how to build a climbing wall or a climbing gym by peeling away the layers of the climbing gym. Before I get into that though, let me introduce myself and tell you who I am and why I'm talking about climbing walls. My name's Sam, and I fell in love with climbing at an early age, and I've always loved to build stuff. The first home climbing wall that I've ever built was in 1995. And since then, I have continued to not only build climbing walls, but I have jumped into the art of making holds and shaping. I have also built professional climbing gyms, and I've owned and operated my own climbing gym, which you probably already know if you've been watching the channel. I've got a lot of videos about that. I'm known as the Climber Dad. Not because I'm the only climber dad. There's a lot of climber dads out there. And if you want to join the Climber Dad family, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below letting us know that you're a climbing dad or climber mom. Now, let me explain what's going on. We're going to start from the outside of the wall, the wall that you see first. Back in the 90s, it was really common for there to be etched concrete to make it look like rock, but it made it hard for the route setters to give brand new experiences on that section of wall every time that you came in. You see, these holes that are behind me, these are for Tnuts. They are inserts into the wall so you can bolt on new holds and change it up every single day if you wanted to. So these Tnuts with a nice flat surface with some angle change can make an amazing climbing wall. Let's go back here and see what those Tnuts are like. These are the Tnuts that hold the climbing holds on. And in a professional gym, you're gonna have 3 screws that hold this on with a flange, and then you have your barrel, which is where the threads sit that are inserted into the climbing panel. Now you might hear me say this a couple of times during this video, but Rockwerx likes to build their stuff strong. So they have used the best plywood that you can use for climbing walls, and that is Baltic birch. This stuff is just solid. It is very rigid and strong. If you want to see some comparisons about that, I've got some videos on my channel. You're gonna have to just go through there and check it out. I might even have a link down in the description and why this is so strong. Let me show you this to you. Come in here. Ooh, yeah. So if you can see, there's a lot of layers here, and every single one of those layers is the quality that you would see in the top piece. There are no voids in this, and it's all of the core is birch. When you get a lot of these different geometric shapes that are happening, it calls for a lot of different angles. And how we attach those angles together are pieces that we call strong backs. Right here you can see there's a corner here. That corner is cut specifically. This one is actually 21.6 degrees. This is called a TBack, and it is designed to give a little bit of more strength and rigidity with this piece that comes out like this. This wall will be built all the way up just with the plywood. Now, after the entire shell is built, then we will come through and attach these, which we call tiebacks, to the wall, and they will get welded to the frame. If they're short, then they'll only get one. But if they're long, they'll get two triangulated. Okay, so now I'm behind a climbing wall that has been completed with the tiebacks. So let me show you what that looks like after these are welded on. Pretty crazy, right? All right, before all of that can happen, we've got to start down at the base with the base wall. It's a 90-degree bracket that's made out of that same Baltic birch. And what we do at Rockwerx is we will put that down on the floor and then put what's called a kicker. It comes from the idea of a board that you kick against when you start climbing. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Sam, Climber Dad, you're going about this the wrong way. You got to start from the raw materials and then show how it's built. Well, you might be right, but I want to dissect the wall and show you how it is built in reverse. Oh, it looks so different from this angle. So if you're trying to get a good idea, you might want to watch the whole video all the way through and then rewatch it again, and it'll make a lot more sense. And now it's time to jump into the framing. So the framing is actually a really cool part, I think, because we build it super strong here. It's going to be anywhere between 2-inch square tubing all the way up to 4 by 8-inch square tubing, depending on what kind of load it is. So now we're getting down to the raw materials. Down. That's up. There we go. So the frames that we build here at Rockwerx, they're going to be out of square tubing, 1/8 to 3/16 inch thick typically, but it does change quite a bit because of what is required for the engineered drawings. This here is one of those pieces of steel. It will eventually get welded up into this big, beautiful framework that's going to hold a lot of people climbing on it. So that is how you build a climbing wall in reverse. Or maybe I should say that's a climbing wall dissected, or a climbing gym built in reverse or dissect. I don't know, was I off on the title of this? Comment down below. I hope that you liked this video. Either way, thanks for joining me with it. I'll see you next time right here on Climber Dad.